Magneto reveals a weapon humans designed to fight mutants. After disassembling it, he finds several syringe cartridges inside. Any mutant hit by this agent, no matter how powerful, so long as they are mutants, will lose their superpowers. The inventor of this agent owes credit to a boy named Leech. His mutant ability suppresses other mutants' powers. When news spread, Magneto, already harboring hatred for humans, could no longer wait. This was an attempt to eradicate mutants entirely. Therefore, he rallied other like-minded mutants, preparing to fight back in the most effective way, which was to kill that boy Leech. But finding him was like searching for a needle in an ocean. Magneto sent Mystique to infiltrate the military for information. Unexpectedly, her cover was blown. She was captured by the military. The military wanted Magneto's location, but Mystique had fallen for Magneto's charisma. She refused to reveal any information. Instead, she taunted the agent before her. Seizing an opportunity, she retaliated with a headbutt. With Mystique's skills, given an opening, she became the enemy's nightmare. But this was a military base after all. She still found escape difficult. Magneto exhausted all resources trying to rescue Mystique, but couldn't find her location. However, one day, he discovered Callisto possessed superhuman speed, and could sense other mutants. He also gained an Omega-level mutant, whose power was terrifying beyond belief. With Callisto's assistance, Magneto located the convoy transporting Mystique. He pursed his lips, raised his hand. The first vehicle instantly crumpled to scrap. Then came the second, third and fourth. These metals are mere toys in his eyes. He can control them as he pleases. He ripped open the container and entered with his followers. Mystique wasn't surprised, and told Magneto, "More than one mutant is imprisoned here." Magneto eagerly wants to expand his ranks. The first released is Jamie. This guy is notorious. Used duplicates of himself. Simultaneously robbed 7 banks before capture. Another heavyweight is here. Juggernaut is one of Marvel's rare, pure physical powerhouses. Raw strength unmatched, unrivaled. But then an agent secretly loaded a weapon nearby. Fortunately Mystique shielded Magneto, taking the crucial shot that could shift the battle. Pyro shot flames, eliminating the shooter. But Mystique was hit by a serum. Her powers fading, she transformed back into a human visibly. She was Magneto's top asset, but powerless Mystique now holds zero value to him. So he abandons her without hesitation. He learned the target's location from Mystique already, but he didn't rush to act. To ensure success, he aims to recruit the strongest mutant. Jean is awakening the Phoenix Force within her, but she can't control this power yet, often losing control. Charles deeply worries about her. Both leaders arrive as their teams confront outside. Tension thick in the air. The standoff persists. Magneto demands Jean join them, fight against humans together. Charles fears her instability and tries to soothe her. He tried persuading her to return to the academy. Refusing control, her emotions flare up. Her powers erupt uncontrollably again. Logan outside fears for the professor's safety. He decides to force entry, to check the situation, but Juggernaut proves too tough. Next moment, Logan gets thrown inside. Aurora attacks the porcupine, who's all talk, but no real threat. Kurt's teleportation ability keeps Aurora locked in combat. As Logan struggles, he looks into the room. Seeing the raging Phoenix Force has already turned the professor to ashes. Magneto did this. He never expected things to go this far. He and the professor were frenemies for years. But grief won't change the reality. He uses this moment to take Jean, preparing his final assault on humanity. Magneto's ruthlessness forces Mystique to reveal the danger, sparking a crisis. The military locates Magneto's hideout, deploys massive forces. Elite troops move in for the attack. Upon arrival, they discover only Jamie remains, using his Bunchen clone. Magneto anticipated this strike, feigned attacking east while heading west. Now he leads his mutant army toward Alcatraz Island, where Leech is located. Transporting so many people over water, without transportation, would be impossible. But Magneto never follows conventional plans. With a single gesture, he rips the million-ton Golden Gate Bridge from its foundations, and controlled the bridge leading straight to Alcatraz Island. Military personnel were stunned by this sight. Then, Magneto led his followers in a massive assault. Fortunately, guards remained here in large numbers. Their weapons were all made of special plastic materials, preventing Magneto from maximizing his powers. So, Magneto sent lower mutants as the vanguard, as cannon fodder, constantly draining the military's superpower resistance training. Facing this situation, the military deployed specialized artillery. Each shell could launch tens of thousands of projectiles. But this tactic failed to shift the battle and was easily countered by Magneto. Then, he ordered Arclight to launch shockwave attacks. The remaining plastic weapons were quickly destroyed completely. With the greatest threat gone, safety returned. But then, Ororo arrived with the X-Men to fulfill the Professor's legacy and prevent further escalation between both sides. With their help, human forces finally gained the chance to counter Magneto's mutant army. The minor mutants, Magneto's forces, still acted as cannon fodder. Their abilities were wildly bizarre. Like this mutant who could regenerate his arms. He gave Wolverine a little trouble. But facing severed legs, this ability still wasn't powerful enough. Seeing the stalemate, Magneto immediately sent Juggernaut to eliminate the source. Destroying Leech would end the entire conflict. Spotting this, Kitty quickly followed him. Her power allowed phasing through objects with touched items passing alongside her. However, this ability is mostly useless against Juggernaut. He shatters all obstacles with absolute strength, unstoppable. Seeing this, Kitty had no choice but to run. The thick steel and concrete shattered like paper before Juggernaut easily smashed through. Thankfully, he has brawn over brains. Kitty only needed a small trick, and she slipped away successfully. She immediately found the boy afterward, but forgot that touching him makes her lose her powers. Seeing Juggernaut had chased inside, Kitty came up with a plan, deliberately provoking him with words. The big guy charged headfirst. As expected, Juggernaut finally took down a middle-aged woman, fulfilling his one role in the whole plot. Now, the battle outside became clearer. Magneto's key lieutenants got taken down one by one, and the remaining troops were useless. Facing this, Magneto had to act himself. Pyro nearby was easily blasted away. Thrown from the truck, with Pyro's powers fueling it, it turned into a fireball projectile. Instantly, the battlefield changed again. Against such an assault, Wolverine could only order the soldiers to retreat. Then, Bobby stepped forward, using his freezing vapor to block their advance. Ice and fire clashed head-on, but the ice shield seemed overpowered under the Inferno's heat. Clearly struggling to hold, they quickly gained overwhelming superiority. Bravo! The Sentinel had to enter cryostasis. Resisting extreme heat, the reckless Pyro didn't realize he could manipulate fire, but couldn't generate it. His flamethrower was destroyed by the opponent. He became just an ordinary person. The Sentinel turned the tables and won this round. Then, Logan spotted a chicken on the ground. Plan formed instantly among them. Ororo used her power to blanket the island in fog. They tried throwing Wolverine at Magneto. The idea was to subdue the leader first, but his adamantium skeleton posed no threat to Magneto. Wolverine was merely a decoy. The real attack came from Hank. Metal tubes pierced Magneto. The formidable leader instantly became an ordinary old man. Facing defeat, Magneto looked to Jean behind him, hoping she could turn the tide, or mutants might cease to exist. Jean hesitated, debating intervention. Military reinforcements attacked Jean recklessly. This enraged her, unleashing raw power instantly. Her mind spiraled out of control again. Becoming a frenzied killing machine, Jean unleashed telekinesis. The Phoenix Force obliterates everything in sight. At its peak, it can create, destroy, or reshape universes. An omnipotent cosmic power. Currently it's just a fraction of its potential. In a blink, everything around disintegrated to nothing. Dead silence. Only Wolverine's powerful healing ability could barely hold it back. Plus Phoenix's conflicting feelings for Wolverine gave him a chance to stand before Jean. Hearing her inner turmoil, Wolverine could only yield, accepting his fate, ending this apocalyptic catastrophe. But the story between Magneto and Charles wasn't over. Hold up, didn't Phoenix kill Charles? Not exactly. The professor actually had a twin brother. The professor's immense psychic power suppressed his brother's consciousness in the womb. So he was born an empty shell. Charles kept him alive all these years with life support, never expecting he'd become his lifeline. Magneto,